Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2023 and another part of the Williams Road to Glory career mode. Today we have got the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Got to be one of my favourite events of the year now. Really enjoyed it driving it in F1 23. Really enjoying managing it in F1 Manager 23, and we're in a position where hopefully we'll be able to push on over the next couple of Grand Prix. We might get the miracle and finish in 5th in the Constructors' Championship. It's looking unlikely now. Alpine 11 points ahead of us, but it is what it is. We will continue to fight and continue to try. Cost cap wise, it does look like we are going to pass it just by the skin of our teeth. I've been talking about it for a few episodes now. Alex Albon will be missing out once again in the Las Vegas Grand Prix, as he did in Sao Paulo, just to look after that gearbox, because if that gearbox goes, we will have to buy a new one for Abu Dhabi. So once we get to Abu Dhabi, he'll be allowed to take part in it, at least the race, but other than that, I'm not sure that that's going to happen, but fingers crossed we will get there, and we'll be able to put something in for Alex Albon in Abu Dhabi. But yeah, without further ado, let's get ourselves immersed into the action. 2 more races to go this season. We're still in the battle for 5th, of course, which I don't think any of us expected to happen at the start of the season. It's quite amazing, really. So let's see what we need to do. Cars are looking fine. Still looking like it's going to be Albon and Ocon next year, possibly, which will definitely switch things up a little bit. Looking forward to seeing how that comes about next season. It does feel very harsh on Yuki Tsunoda, who's had a great second half of the season, hasn't he? And he is going to actually beat his teammate over the championship, but much more DNFs for Alex Albon. But let's continue on then. Of course, you've got to remember Monza as well. Ben Mitchell's scouting report complete, and Ben Mitchell is actually available, which is very interesting. He will potentially take over Gaetan Diego next season. We're currently 1.6 million away. That's fine. We know all of that. Financial report, that's fine. They're highly confident of us. Tsunoda still developing, which is nice. October in Formula 1. Yeah, we've seen all of that, didn't we? Did we? I don't think so. Another... Ferrari are bringing a new rear wing. Wow. That's very interesting. Right, and we've got a new ATR period, but we cannot afford anything now. There should be another scout report there, shouldn't there? Or is that going to be tomorrow? Maybe it is. Right. Let's go for pit stop time. We'll go for the 3 days of rest before both GPs. That all looks good to me. No? We've not got any more scouting going? No, just Ben Mitchell, apparently. Right, let's have a look at the scouting department then. So Ben Mitchell is the high... he's 89 rated. I think this is absolutely a no-brainer to try and get him in for next season. So let's get him in for Gaetan Diego on a 2-season contract. We'll offer him that money to start with. Yep, he's okay with everything except the money. So let's move that up to 2.5 million. See where he's at after that. Hey, he's very happy with that. Perfect. So we will have Ben Mitchell in for Gaetan Diego next season. So that's awesome. So we've got a new head of aerodynamics coming in. We've got a new sporting director coming in and a new race engineer coming in. Very happy with James Irwin and Enrico Cardele. That should all be very, very good. And if Albon's staying around next season, then that sort of makes sense that James Irwin will stay around as well. In terms of drivers, Alex Albon's morale is very high somehow, even though he's retired from the last few Grand Prix. Looking at open negotiations, I mean, Stroll could be somebody we look at, bringing him back home to Williams, but not a very realistic move, if you ask me. I think Ocon is the one, I think Ocon's going to be the one to come in. Yeah, I think we should probably get a scout report on Lando Norris. I think eventually he's somebody we want in the team, leading the team. So, yeah, let's just pick up some scout reports while we can. Okay, right. Ben Mitchell hired for 2025. Awesome. Let's continue on. Pit crew are exhausted. Bless their cotton socks. And here we are. No research projects. It's been a while since we've done that. Yeah, there's now I can do, Enrico, mate. Now I can do, because we've got no money. We've got nout in the bank. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce the engineering team down to 0. And that'll gain us some money for the end of the year. That's absolutely fine. That should help us out a little bit, actually, with our cost cap. Yeah, we should be 100,000 over now. Now we've laid off the engineers. Yeah, cool. Right. Number of drivers. They want both to get through to Q2. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen because Albon's not going to take part in qualifying. I suppose he could do one lap and we might see where he gets up to, but yeah, hang on. We don't want both drivers there, do we? What have I done? Right. Yeah, I'm going to say he's going to get through to Q3, because I think he's been brilliant, Yuki Tsunoda. And he's going to finish in the points. Okay. In terms of money, we're doing brilliant, folks. We just can't spend any of it, as I keep saying. Let's get ourselves into the Grand Prix, then.
Welcome to the Silver State of Nevada for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Here we are in the entertainment capital of the world as Formula One prepares to take over the Las Vegas Strip. As night falls, the stars will be coming out, and we're in for a spectacular show, both on and off the track. Formula One's highest speed street circuit promises incredible action up and down the Las Vegas Strip. Racing at night means track temperatures will be lower, so data from Free Practice 2 could be crucial to managing both qualifying and the Grand Prix.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. And with round 22 underway, there are only a handful of points left to claim in this season.
What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
Okay, right. Let's have a little look at this then. It's all going to be clear this weekend. Let's get ourselves into qualifying. Well, couldn't do much better with than that with Yuki Tsunoda. 97% setup satisfaction. Managed to keep Alex Albon out off the track for the whole weekend. We'll give him one run in qualifying to see if he can get through to Q2. But
welcome everyone to qualifying.
Yeah,
this should be a good one.
Remember, we lose the slowest 5 drivers at the end of Q1, another 5 at the end of Q2, and Q3 will set the top 10 positions.
And in terms of the driver we've got here, Nick de Vries, how do you think he's feeling at this moment?
Looking at the lap times, we saw a real lack of pace from them in practice. They never looked quite comfortable with the setup, and they'll need to try something new for qualifying if they want to get past Q1.
Buckle up then, folks. It's almost time for qualifying.
Okay then, we are ready for qualifying here in Las Vegas. We are going to make sure that Yuki Tsunoda has got his most powerful engine in the car. And yeah, he should be fine to make it to the end of the season. We know that. He's got plenty in his pool for now. There's his setup, which is interesting. I think that would probably be 100% if we moved it that way. So maybe we'll go for that for Q1. Alex Albon, well, should we go for the same one? So what we got, 0, 11, 2, 8. So 0, 11, 2, 8. And then what have we got? Minus 2.85, minus 0.25. Okay. And that looks good. So that'll be it for Alex Albon. He'll get one run. Yeah, we'll do it on the 1% ERS, which might mean it blows up in his face. We'll go for the 47% engine and the 21% gearbox to see if he can get through to Q2. It's going to be very difficult, but it'll help us out monetarily if he does. So we're going to send him out at the end. So Tsunoda out there. Let's see what he can pull off. He's got very high confidence.
Keep the delta.
Yeah, not brilliant. At 135.3, that's not going to be great. That was mainly due to the traffic out there. So I might just send him straight back out there on the scrub set, see if he can improve. Let's see if he can do just that. I'm expecting a better third sector. And there you go, he's up to P6 now. That's pretty awesome from Tsunoda. He is a real talent, isn't he? Annoyingly, all of these tyres have been returned. I've no idea why. I only used 3 sets of tyres in practice, but yeah, it does annoy me. I think Tsunoda should be safe though, anyway. We'll send Albon out right at the end here. And that's the first appearance we've had of him on track for quite some time. We'll see what he can actually pull off here. So here we go then. With Alex Albon. I do worry about his ERS. He might have an ERS failure on this lap, but we'll give it a go to see if he can get into Q2. That would be embarrassing for the others if he did manage to get through to Q2. No practice, no confidence.
That's the flag.
But funnily enough, he is matching the Alpine through the first sector. Go on, Alex, get yourself through to Q2. That'll get us some extra sponsorship money. And there's a AlphaTauri in the way there, but should be okay. Yeah, he's not actually too far behind where Gasly is. I mean, Gasly should get through. I'm assuming that's Pierre. Yeah. We'll see where Albon ends up. As he's coming across the line. And there he goes, and it is, well, it is P20. And well, Esteban Ocon goes quickest of everybody in Q1. Wow. That might be because of Albon, but yeah, Albon P20, there was not really a lot he could do from there. It's not that surprising. One lap this weekend, but we gave him a chance to try and get through. Didn't work out for him. Right, yeah, I think scrub tyres for the first run in Q2 for Tsunoda. So I'll get him straight out there.
That's great.
See what he can pull off. Should be traffic free. There it goes up to the line of 35.1. Very nice.
Go in, go in.
Yeah, copy.
Probably not enough to get through to Q3 on its own, but a good banker time. Ahead of the likes of Norris and Magnussen and Joe, and just behind Lewis Hamilton. P12 at the moment for Tsunoda. Can he get himself into the final part of qualifying? Send him out now. And we'll ride on board with him. Tell you what, Alpine looking very, very racy out there. Gasly fastest. Ocon was quickest in Q1. It's quite unbelievable, really. Let's see what Tsunoda can produce. It's probably going to be a yellow first sector, I'm assuming.
Take the flag.
Let's see. No, it's a green. Can he get into the top 10? I mean, Piastri's done a terrific job. Alonso goes quickest by a long shot for Aston Martin. That's a huge time from them. Tsunoda, a couple of green sectors. So here he comes then. He's going to head up to the line. Can Tsunoda get himself into Q3? Over the line he goes. It's a 34.9. It's not enough. It's P11 for Yuki Tsunoda, and for the first time in a long time, we are not going to be in Q3 this weekend. Lewis Hamilton, he's going to head over the line as well. I'm assuming he's probably going to improve by enough. So Hamilton coming over the line now. And yes, he goes P10. So it's Charles Leclerc who is out in Q2. Ferrari and their new rear wing, not enough to get through. We are out in qualifying 2. And it's Yuki Tsunoda in P12. Big shame for him. Most people have got a penalty though, so we can get back into the top 10. But wow, that was a shocking qualifying session for us, wasn't it?
The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
Las Vegas is a super fast street circuit, and the long straight along the dazzling strip could be a tempting and yet challenging place to try and overtake. The weather is beautifully clear tonight, which is one less problem for the teams to face. Of course, that doesn't take anything away from the unpredictability of this race.
Well, we'll find out who's shining as bright as the lights of Sin City now. It's the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Okay. Let's see how we get on. Obviously, Albon, we don't need to worry about him because he's going to just be chilling in the pit lane all day. So Nora's starting in P10. Let's have a little look at what sort of things we can do. We can try a one-stopper. I'm wondering if it'll be worth actually having 2 medium stints. We do have 2 brand new sets of medium tyres. I'm thinking we could be a little bit more aggressive. Should we go for that? I like the look of that for Tsunoda. Let's have an aggressive Grand Prix and see what he can pull off here. We're not going to be all-out attack from the word go in this Grand Prix. We're just going to let everything take its course. So here we go into the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Las Vegas is abuzz with excitement as our race draws ever closer. And it's always an entertaining race when Yuki Tsunoda is involved.
There's potential for them starting 10th. If luck goes their way in the race, they could move up the pack.
What are we looking at there?
And the time has come. Let's go racing.
Okay, we are ready for the
The
lights.
atmosphere is electric here for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. It's
Lights out, away we go for the penultimate time this season. Alex Albon will be retiring immediately here to protect that car. But Yuki Tsunoda, he's up to P9. Great start for him.
Alex, we need to retire the car. Sorry.
And we'll see what Albon can do. I mean, he is able to stay in front of Hamilton and the two McLarens, but
He did.
Okay.
realistically, it's not going to last, and we know that his ERS is about to blow anyway. But Alex should have a full weekend ahead of him at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix next time out. So that's going to be an exciting end to the season. We will, of course, also be sorting out our drivers' futures in the next Grand Prix as well, or in the next episode, and whom we are going to have for season 3 of this journey. And yeah, this is a good start to the race for Tsunoda. Do we tell him to avoid high-risk curbs? Will that help him out? Let's do it. Let's see if it has any effect. On lap times. Yep, definitely seems to be losing out a little bit to the guys in front. That's okay. So it's Max Verstappen leading the way. Sainz in second, Stroll third, then Alonso in P4. Then we've got Perez 5th, Ocon in 6th, Russell 7th, Gasly 8th, Leclerc in 9th, and Yuki Tsunoda rounded out the top 10. So let's zoom this forward a little bit. Looks like we've got back into the slipstream of the cars in front, which is good. Little look at the tyres, about half and half on softs and mediums.
You can be aggressive with overtake usage.
So can Tsunoda use ERS to good effect here? Get himself past the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc? I don't think so. He is right on him. We'll see what they can manage up towards turn 4. No luck there. Right. Now we've got the twisty turny section. Tell you what, we've done well to get ahead of those Haas cars. It's almost guaranteeing a point for Tsunoda today by itself. And here we go then. Yuki Tsunoda with DRS not able to make an impact as he... Oh, well. Oh, it's a big crash. Is Tsunoda out here? I don't think it was
Are you okay?
Tsunoda's fault.
Yeah, I'm good.
What has happened? Tsunoda's out. I don't know what happened there.
Now this, I think, was at turn 13. The cars jostling for position.
Yeah.
And the contact between the cars, inevitable. I wouldn't be
It was,
surprised if
yeah,
there
it
were
was
a
the
few
Ferrari
words
went into the
exchanged when they
wall.
get-
I don't think that was Tsunoda's fault, but he is out. So after 6 laps, both drivers are out of this Grand Prix. Yeah, I don't quite know what's up with his car. I'm surprised it's not a red flag.
Now, by the looks of things, we're at turn 15 now.
Yeah, I don't know what Tsunoda was doing, but yeah,
Thankfully, though,
the Ferrari ended up in the wall. Safety car is out. Right, so let's zoom it forward. There's not going to be a lot to write home about today. We'll keep an eye out on the Alpines. Oh, interesting. Interesting. All those guys have now come into the pits, so it's Russell leading this race ahead of Ocon, Piastri, then Gasly in P4. Magnussen is 5th, then Bottas, Hamilton, Zhou Guanyu, Norris and Nico Hulkenberg rounds out the top 10. This is a crazy lineup. We've got Verstappen, Sainz, Alonso, Perez and Stroll, all as the back markers, if you like. Leclerc is out of the race in that incident with Yuki Tsunoda. Leclerc did get the penalty in the end, but here we go then. We are once again underway in Las Vegas. We may not have our own race to think of, but we might be able to have a good time. And let's pick somebody we're going to be supporting. Somebody I'd love to see do well is Oscar Piastri. Now, looking at the tyres, Piastri's the only one that hasn't pitted. He's going to struggle. Kevin Magnussen up in P5. Lewis Hamilton, who hasn't won a race in this series yet. He's in P6. He's in prime position with George Russell. But it's Esteban Ocon. That's having a little look. Is he going to be able to go around the outside here of George Russell in the early stages of this race? Resumption. That's a big question. Then we've got Piastri in P3. Gasly's P4 at the moment, followed by Magnussen in P5. Lewis Hamilton is P6. Can Lewis Hamilton find his form, get on to the podium? He's had a horrible season. He's P12 in the standings. It's been a bit of a Michael Schumacher and Sebastian Vettel final season at Ferrari vibe season for Lewis this year. It's not been great. But Esteban Ocon once again trying to go around the outside of the Mercedes to lead this Grand Prix. And I think on these hard tyres could well go to the end of the race. And he does keep pushing. And he is ahead of the Mercedes. Oscar Piastri in P3. He's having a little look as well as we get into lap 11 of this Grand Prix. It's Esteban Ocon that leads. And then, I mean, look at this top 4. They are miles better than Kevin Magnussen, which is what we found. If only Yuki Tsunoda could have stayed in this race, it would have really mixed things up, I think. As we'd have been one of the ones to get in, get onto the hard tyres. And there goes George Russell. He's through on Ocon once again. It's going to be a race-long battle that for the win, I believe. Two very, very evenly matched cars. And Max Verstappen, meanwhile, he's already up to P10, but he's already 5.5 seconds off the leader. Pierre Gasly now, can he get past Oscar Piastri? I don't think so. Kevin Magnussen's P5, Lewis Hamilton in P6. Can he have a little look, the 7-time world champion? Not quite. Now then, It's George Russell leading the way. Lewis Hamilton will fancy his chances to get past K-Mag here. He's going to have DRS. Obviously, Magnussen will have DRS as well. But no luck there. Yeah, Kevin Magnussen now drops out of the 1 second range. Here's Ocon. He's going to have DRS here on George Russell. And he is through. Very nice indeed. And Piastri would like to have a look as well. But Lewis Hamilton has made that move into P5 now. Ahead of Kevin Magnussen. So let's zoom it forward just a little bit. As Hamilton and Magnussen still battling it out. You'd expect Hamilton to be able to pull ahead of Kevin Magnussen, but it's not quite happening right now. And Hamilton drops back once again. Now, Max Verstappen up to P9. He's not too far away from the lead, but it's Ocon and Russell that are fighting it out at the front. Let's zoom it forward to much later in the race, and obviously we'll keep an eye on if there are any incidents or anybody racing up or down the leaderboard. Hamilton currently the cork in the bottle at P5, but Piastri sticking with this top 4 on those medium tyres, and it's all going to be about whether those guys have to pit again. Obviously Piastri's the one car in the field that definitely will have to pit again in this race. So let's put it onto tyres. Let's keep an eye on those tyres as Max Verstappen now up to P5. So well, maybe Max is going to spoil our party. I think he might do, as Piastri's had to come into the pits. He's down to 15th now, but that's probably better than where he would have finished. Anyways, Max Verstappen now is in P3. It's quite amazing though, Alpine, what progress they've made this season and what a result it would be for them to maybe get 2 cars on the podium today. That is a possibility. Lewis Hamilton is P5, then Perez P6, Bottas is P7 for Alpha, Magnussen P8, then Zhou in 9th, and Carlos Sainz is P10 right now. Right, so Ocon leading. There goes Max Verstappen. Is he going to have a look? Not quite yet. Right. Let's keep going then. Russell leading the way. Ocon second. Verstappen in third. Then Gasly in P4. Let's have a look at tyres. Yeah. I mean, Verstappen's tyres better than anybody's. It's all pointing towards a Max Verstappen victory, as it so often does, whether it's in real life or in this game. Let's be honest. We always know how it's going to go. Now, oh, Russell's in the pits, so people are going to be pitting again then. And that brings Piastri right into it, because will Piastri have to pit again? I don't think he will. He's on new hard tyres, but here's Max Verstappen now. As Zhou Guanyu still in 8th place, still doing a good job, but this is going to be the moment Max Verstappen takes the lead away from Esteban Ocon. Ooh, that was close. But remember, Ocon may well be the guy we are looking to race for us next season, alongside Alexander Albon. We'll keep an eye on his progress today and see if he can get himself a podium, if not a victory. Alpine's 2 and 3. This is not good for our championship, but I think we know that race is run anyway. Well, there goes Ocon down the inside of Max Verstappen. Looks like he might have him here. Verstappen in the pit lane. Verstappen in the pit lane. Right then, now the Alpines need to try not to trip over each other here. I think Gasly's going to end up taking the lead of the Grand Prix. Oh, it's an Alpine 1-2 at this Las Vegas Grand Prix, and it's going to be all about, are they coming into the pits again? Are they going to do it? Verstappen onto the medium tyres. He's going to have an almighty undercut. Hamilton into the pits now. Yeah, and he's away in 15th place. It doesn't look like everybody's going to do it, though. Let's keep zooming it through. And it looks like they've got Don't Fight teammate on at Alpine, because Gasly just is not going past Ocon. Which is really interesting. I didn't realise that was a thing the AI could do, but I think it's quite clear that that's what's going on here. Gasly has not been able to get past until now. There you go. Maybe they've turned it off now. With Gasly leading the race. Ocon back into the lead. Verstappen already up to 5th. I mean, these could be going to far enough in the race that they'd be able to switch on to soft tyres, or there could be a safety car. There's always that possibility. And there you go, safety car deployed. Well, this is a massive moment, isn't it? What has happened? It's Bottas. Bottas has crashed. He's just come into the pits, I think.
Let's have a look then at turn 6.
And well, just went into the wall.
There's a lot that could be done to avoid crashing into the barrier.
I don't know what happened there. It looked like maybe a suspension failure. No idea, but what it has done has surely allowed Alpine to come in. Right, let's run on board with Esteban Ocon. He's going to be coming into the pit lane, as is Gasly. They are going to be double stacking here. Verstappen, is he going to come into the pits? No, he's not. He's not. I thought he might. I thought he might want to be on the soft tyres. He's going to be at a tyre disadvantage. They're going on to mediums. That's a terrible decision from Alpine. What are they doing? Gasly in. He's on mediums as well. Obviously, he's held up. Alonso on. Stroll onto the soft tyres. Yeah, it's all happening now. So many people in the pit lane. Hamilton stays out. Russell has come in. Presumably Russell is... Oh no, Russell stayed out. So the Mercedes has stayed out. Verstappen stayed out. But look at Alpine. They're 2nd and 4th. And that is with pitting. So Russell, Hamilton's at a bit of a disadvantage here. Verstappen definitely at a disadvantage. I think that could be the wrong choice from Red Bull. Piastri up in 8th again. Look at him. He'll be thinking, Gordon Bennett, I'm not going to be able to hold on in these hard tyres. But it's an opportunity for McLaren at the end of the day, and they've got to try and take it. Ricciardo in 15th, De Vries there 16th. So, yeah, all looking good. Right, let's get ourselves up to the safety car ending. It's been an exciting Grand Prix. I know we've obviously had no part in it. Pretty much. Had 6 laps in it, but yeah, really enjoyed this battle at the front, and it looks like Max Verstappen might come out on top, but I'm rooting for Esteban Ocon to go and beat his old rival, Gasly to get up there, and it could well be an Alpine 1-2 here. Perez is probably the favourite along with Sainz, but the safety car is ending, and we are going to have about 15 laps here of racing action. So here we go. Green flag racing, and it's actually 12 laps to go. Let's see if Esteban Ocon can get past Max Verstappen. You would think with the freshness of his tyres, he should be able to have a go here. And he is already right up behind him. He's going to be hoping that his teammate can get past as well. So, here we go. These two pushing away from George Russell. already out of the DRS range, but Ocon right behind Verstappen. He is virtually pushing him through these corners. He's just waiting for that DRS to become available, and then he's going to be able to really take advantage here. So here we go then. Esteban Ocon. Does he have DRS open? Not yet. He might have a look round the outside though. Oh, still battling away as Max Verstappen. He's not going to give up a victory very easily. But Esteban Ocon leads this Las Vegas Grand Prix, and Gasly up to P3. Awesome result for him. And I really am rooting for Alpine to go and do this, because it would be an awesome result. And, well, what a way to lose a battle to the team you're fighting for 5th place. If they go and grab a 1-2, an unexpected 1-2 in a race like this where it's had pretty much everything. There goes Max Verstappen. He's still fighting out at the front, and he's going to have DRS here, but he's also going to be under pressure from Ocon's teammate Pierre Gasly, and that's exactly what Ocon needs. He needs Gasly to be fighting Verstappen. That'll allow Ocon to build a bit of a gap. Let's have a little look at tyres. Yeah, tyres are going to be fine. But Ocon has got 20% more than Verstappen, and that's just got to make the difference, you feel. But Max Verstappen is, of course, Max Verstappen, and he will be able to pull out all the stops, as will Sergio Perez, who's having a little look here. If we look down at 4th place, Perez is now right side by side with Pierre Gasly. Oh, this is going to be an exciting Grand Prix finish. 2 Alpines and 2 Red Bulls. Perez is currently in 3rd place. And as I said before, he's probably the favourite on those soft tyres. I don't know why Alpine didn't go for soft tyres. But straight away, Perez having a look at his teammate. Remembering back to Japan earlier this year where the 2 Red Bulls took each other out. But yeah, Perez has got the real tyre advantage here. But are they going to last till the end of the race? That's the big question. As Verstappen is having another look at Esteban Ocon. It's a huge DRS zone. And Perez is there as well. And this could be the moment for Sergio Perez. The 3 wide here. But Max Verstappen takes the lead. And Gasly's back up into 3rd. Wow, Max Verstappen has gained about a second there. Ocon in trouble. If he can't get back into the 1 second window, he's in huge trouble here. And it might be down to Pierre Gasly to try and win this race for Alpine. But Ocon back within the 1 second window now. And we got 7 laps to go. Meanwhile, Piastri still in 8th place. Still holding on to those points for McLaren, which have been so hard to come by this year. Here goes Ocon with the DRS. Yeah, probably doing the right thing by staying behind for now. Right, let's zoom it through. Is this going to be the moment for Esteban Ocon? Now, how's Perez's tyres looking? They're looking okay. Yeah, Ocon just still can't get past Max Verstappen. Verstappen defending, and, well, Gasly's through. Gasly is through. So now attention turns to Pierre Gasly. Can he win the race for Alpine? This would be a big moment if he managed to get through on Max Verstappen. Former teammates, of course, dumped by Red Bull for Alex Albon, funnily enough. And now Pierre Gasly into the lead of this Grand Prix. But Verstappen is going to have DRS. He's going to be able to come back at him. Can Ocon stay with these boys? Verstappen is going to retake the lead. Can Ocon get back past his teammate? Not yet. Not yet, he can't. As there goes Gasly once again, trying to get into the lead of the Grand Prix. 4 laps to go here. DRS active. And Gasly's round the outside once again of Max Verstappen as Sergio Perez gets involved, and Ocon almost down to 4th here. And he is down to 4th now. Oh, what a shame for Esteban Ocon. After all this, he might end up finishing 4th, if not 5th, because Sainz is there. Max Verstappen is back into the lead. It looks like Perez might be 2nd here. And now Alpine are 3-4. This is going to be an unbelievable ending to this race. 3 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. Perez is following Max Verstappen. I think Perez is probably going to get it now. Yep, Perez into the lead. Sainz now up into 4th. It's a 5-way battle for the victory. Russell is still following in 6th as well. This is crazy times. Right, let's follow Gasly. Let's see if he can get up there. Or is Perez going to be too hard to stop? Maybe. But Max Verstappen is having a look at Sergio Perez. He won't care. He won't care about Perez not winning many races this season. And actually, Max Verstappen right in the slipstream of his teammate Sergio Perez. There could be an incident. There could be anything here that could change the course of this Grand Prix. DRS active for Max Verstappen. Sergio Perez goes defensive. And Carlos Sainz now into 3rd place in this Grand Prix. But Pierre Gasly just managing to fend him off long enough here. And Max Verstappen, we're following him. Is he going to be able to stop Sergio Perez from winning this Grand Prix? DRS open. Once again, we're going to head on to the final lap very, very shortly. We're going to move it down to 1's time speed and we're going to just enjoy it because Sergio Perez is leading the way. Max Verstappen is in 2nd. Carlos Sainz is now 3rd. Gasly and Ocon 4th and 5th for Alpine. Russell is 6th, then Alonso and Stroll 7th and 8th, with Piastri in 9th and Magnussen in P10. Lewis Hamilton somehow not managing to get past those guys, and Zhou Guanyu P12. Right, last lap of the race then. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Perez? Is it going to be Verstappen? Is it going to be somebody else? Right. Here we go then. Max Verstappen is having a look at Sergio Perez round the outside. This is going to be very, very close. He does try it. Round the outside, Perez has got more traction on the exit, but Perez's tyres are just as bad as Max's here, and they're still side by side. Carlos Sainz looking to pick up any sort of mishap here. And let's actually ride on board with Carlos Sainz, because it's Sergio Perez that's leading the way. But Carlos Sainz could well be the one that takes advantage of any sort of messiness here. Ocon and Gasly a P5, P4 and 5, and here we go then. Verstappen has DRS, but of course Sainz has DRS as well here. Who's gonna get it? Who's going to get it? Max Verstappen, I think, has got the outside line. Sainz is there as well. Oh, he just backed out of it. Oh, it's going to be a photo finish between the 2 Red Bull cars. Who's going to get it over the line? I think it's going to be Max Verstappen. Is it going to be Sergio Perez? He's got the shorter run to the line. Oh, it's Max Verstappen that wins it. Sainz finishes 3rd. Gasly 4th and Ocon 5th. Russell finishes 6th ahead of Alonso and Stroll in 8th. Then Piastri 9th and Magnussen finishes P10 for Haas.
And Verstappen finishes 1st.
Wow. Unbelievable.
You can't say they didn't earn it. They put in an amazing
To be fair, well done Max Verstappen on those tyres. To win that race is pretty impressive, isn't it? Fair play. Fair play.
And what a dreadful day it ended up being for the Williams driver.
They'll be very disappointed to have had their race end early. No driver wants that to happen, but now they just have to look forward.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
And that victory takes them into double figures for the year. An incredible 10th win of the season.
And there's not much that rivals the Las Vegas Grand Prix when it comes to the podium presentation.
Very good. Very, very good from Max Verstappen. It was an awesome Grand Prix, considering we weren't part of it. But we'll take it anyway. Esteban Ocon moves up 2 places to 9th in the championship. Tsunoda down a place to 10th, as is Albon. Down to 11th. Into the constructors then. And you can see Alpine have, well, all but finished it. We'd need a 1-2 to overtake Alpine, and results to go our way elsewhere. But, yeah, it is what it is, you know. We couldn't do anything. It was just a freak accident with Charles Leclerc, and yeah, unfortunately we lose a little bit of money from that, but 3.1 million overall in profit, and that takes us past 50 million now in the bank, which is awesome. Right, let's see what the damage is. Let's see what's happened to Tsunoda's car. I think he should be okay. Yeah, he will be. He'll be all right. Tsunoda will survive. He needs a new chassis. Yeah, might as well go to that chassis for the last race of the season. We're having to go back to our second spec car, essentially, because it's all gone wrong this season. I mean, I might suggest just putting that on both cars, because we don't have any spares of that, and we might have to do that with Tsunoda as well. It's unlikely they're going to crash in qualifying, but it could happen. And we don't want to have to make any emergency purchases. Let's have a look at the finances. Cost cap, just double check it all. Yep, we've got 1.6 million remaining. We're going to be spending another 1.5 million this year. I think we're going to survive it, folks. One more race to go. Let's see how we get on. So, if you've enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.